Look, I'm not going to say all, but certainly there is a high percentage of Republicans who are obsessive, unhinged, dangerous types. Doing what I do on the internet is a unique situation. I never thought I'd end up doing this for the duration of my career, but here we are. And as an online independent media commentator, as a progressive Democrat, more left than your corporate mainstream type of Democrat, I get a lot of threats. There is a case working its way through the justice system right now that was a death threat to me. The guy didn't feel it was good enough, so he called back and threatened to rape and kill my wife, Brittany Page. This doesn't rise to that level, but this does concern me relative to the number of calls and messages that this guy that I'm getting ready to play a few has called and left me. Hundreds and hundreds of messages from this guy. I've never given his number. I've never given his name out. And I'm not going to do that now because it wouldn't be fair to someone who is just an abusive troll, I guess. But let's just start. I think that's the best way to do this. Unhinged. Get ready.
President Biden, he's just fine. He's just fine. He just had a bad night. A constitutional republic is a form of democracy. You dumb
This caller is very fond of that particular quote that I have made several times on this show, rebutting Republican, the talking point that we're not a democracy, we're a constitutional republic, forgetting the fact that a constitutional republic is a form of democracy. And apparently that's a mockable thing to say when you're a dipshit MAGA turd. Let's go to another one here. Well, that was 6:13 a.m. Different day, 9:28. Some of these are in the middle of the night, like 3 in the morning.
Hey, Dollemore, it wasn't California, it wasn't they had a water problem. It wasn't they had a lack of water.
It was a pressure problem. That's all it was a pressure problem.
You're such a fucking idiot.
So you'll see on the left here, on the screen, I'm going to have it blurred because we're not going to give his information. I don't want to do that to this guy. But all of these are from this person who calls. And there are literally hundreds of these messages. None of them really say anything of any substance whatsoever, ever. It's just abuse and
hey, Dollemore,
what you would expect.
Why don't you go eat a salad, you fat you pig?
Was there somebody in the background on that one?
Hey, Dollemore, why don't you go eat a salad, you fat you pig?
I think so. Maybe his beautiful bride was in the background laughing. If you're going to come with insults, you got to get creative, brother. The fat pig stuff and eat a salad? I love salads. Are you kidding me? You can also get fat on salads, guy. That is not out of the realm of possibility. But what I wouldn't expect you to understand science or diet or calories or math, any of that. So get creative with the insults if you're going to bring them. Otherwise, stay home.
They beat and battered Capitol police officers and Metropolitan District of Columbia police with American flags.
They beat them up with pieces of cloth? With American flags? Dollemore, you are one dumb motherfucker.
What do you say? Yeah, it's the cloth they were beaten with, not flag poles, yeah. It's the specificity or lack thereof that's the problem with my beliefs there. Super cool guy.
Inflation wasn't the result in 2009, and it's not going to be the result in our current crisis.
You're a dumb
That was at 3:25 a.m. The dumb comment wasn't good enough, so call back. 3:26 left another message, not obsessed or unhinged at all.
Inflation wasn't the result in 2009, and it's not going to be the result in our current crisis.
dumb.
Fantastic. So we'll just leave it with this. I was going to go through a few more.
Hey, tell me more. I think you should have more podcasts where you whine like a little bitch about the flying of the American flag on White House grounds. Because, you know, that's such a popular position you have.
This really gets into the mind of MAGA. I think it's interesting that this particular unhinged, obsessed with me man is telling me that I need to present positions that are popular. That might be how it works in MAGA world with your dear leader in the cult, where you got to say what's popular to the movement. That's not my job. My job is not to deliver popular opinion. It's to critically analyze the news, the headlines, and dangerous, deleterious policies that Donald Trump is bringing to us. The problem lies in the fact that MAGA, Donald Trump's cult, this particular cult member, are unhinged and obsessed and dangerous. It might not be this guy. He's never, I don't believe, threatened me physically. I don't listen to every single message because who's got the time? But there are many members of MAGA who are absolutely unhinged and willing to commit violence in the name of Donald Trump for the dear leader's benefit. These voicemails are just part and parcel, just kind of standard operating procedure for MAGA world, but also it's kind of the cost of doing business. It's an occupational hazard for what I do, which is actually the perfect entree to today's sponsor, Aura, to protect yourself and your privacy and your families. I appreciate their sponsorship today. As you just heard, I'm no stranger to threats against my identity and information. But these crooks are not just looking to take down outspoken progressive loudmouths like me. They will happily attack you too, if they're given an opening. And you may not even realize you are giving them an opportunity. Protecting yourself and your information is more important than it ever has been. Do you realize that on average, it takes a company 277 days to report a data breach? Your personal data could have been exposed 9 months ago, and you would only just be learning about it right now. Don't wait until after you've been attacked. Get ahead of protecting your information with today's sponsor, Aura. Aura will scrub the dark web for your information, your social, your cell, your email, to see where it might already be. Aura will then alert you if anyone tries to use your information to access your credit or bank accounts. Use my personal link at aura.com/Dollemore right now to access a 14-day free trial. This is plenty of time for Aura to find out if any of your personal information has been exposed. In addition to their forward-looking protection, Aura also offers up to $5 million in identity theft insurance in the event that a worst-case scenario occurs, along with a raft of extra online safety features, all in one handy app. You may not yet have experienced fraud, but why wait until it happens to protect yourself? That's like driving on the highway without a seatbelt on. Head to aura.com/Dollemore now to access a free 14-day trial and see just how much protection Aura can offer you. Stay safe.